Listen. This ain't chaos containment, it's systems redesign. A correctional architecture rebuilt from the spine. Not blind adjudication by geography split, but offense class mapping in a structured legit. We move from stochastic sentencing variance to calibrated models of behavioral variance. Risk stratification in the multi-tier schema. Not one size fits all like an outdated arena. Intake begins with forensic profiling. Criminological data sets dynamically aligning. Static conviction labels get broken apart. We analyze function, not just where they start. Severity vectors and harm-based indexing. Recidivism, probability, trend line thinking. Not just state-by-state sentencing distortion, but normalized justice through structured proportion. And facility design into systems control. Microarchitecture units replacing the whole. Pod-based containment with isolation optional. Behavioral telemetry running operational. Each individual node in a closed-loop cycle with reinforcement learning models that vitalize. Not punishment loops, but conditioning streams. Rehabilitated pathways embedded in schemes. Daily protocols structured like engineered flow. Circadian aligned scheduling set in a row. Wake cycle initiation, cognitive module phase. Skill acquisition blocks and computational arrays. Literacy, numeracy, vocational stack. Cognitive behavioral reframe of attack. Impulse control training through structured cognition. Decision tree correction and adaptive inhibition. Physical conditioning, biomechanics aligned. Endorphin regulation for stability of mind. Stress inoculation through controlled exposure sets. Reducing volatility in behavioral nets. We integrate AI-assisted scheduling cores. Not autonomous rule, but procedural flaws. Human in the loop, governance still in command. For ethical arbitration and rights-based stand. Monitoring systems feed real-time analytics. Pattern recognition across behavioral metrics. Not psyche invasion, but compliance signals. Operational feedback loops replacing old symbols. Now sentencing shifts from state random dispersion to standardized frameworks of offense conversion. Time served becomes function of calibrated scale. Not zip code bias or jurisdictional veil. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 classification based on harm magnitude and social disruption. Structured duration curves, not arbitrary hold, but proportional justice mathematically controlled. And reintegration is an abrupt system release. It's phased, decoupling into structured peace. Step down autonomy in graduated stages. From secure containment to open world pages. Workforce integration pipelines pre-aligned. Labor market matching at release design. Credential transfer protocols already synced, so the system and society aren't disjointly linked. We treat correctional time as transformation index, not warehouse storage of forgotten fix. A closed loop system of input and return, where behavioral entropy is forced to unlearn. And across jurisdictions we unify the frame, so justice isn't fractured by state-driven name. Interoperable standards across federal line. A unified correctional systems design. So this is the blueprint, the structured reform. Not chaos, not blind, but mathematically formed. The prison redesigned into behavioral science, where outcomes are tracked with engineered compliance. Not random, not broken, not scattered by hand, but a calibrated system, intentionally planned.